Now, of course, not right now, but later. Not but later on.
Oh, we didn't do a sound check.
Mic check 1 2.
Mic check. What it be? It's your boy Myles B. Can y'all hear me?
Hey girls, I'm on my computer.
Oh, you wanna go ahead?
No, I mean we didn't do it yesterday to see how the other one. I mean it actually sounded pretty good on the phone.
Yeah, really? The 12 Pro Max is fine. But shout out to the 12 Pro Max. Great.
Why are we shouting out the fucking phone? Like Apple doesn't have $2 trillion.
I'm just listening. I'm just letting you know.
Young
you know Apple has some
baby.
heinous and rather weird business practices. Y'all do make a good food.
My last stroke just went viral. Bitch, sit down. Be humble. What was I doing? You better check. I think you were listening to me.
Superheroes all over the place.
Don't die, alright? You will be kicked out the booth. And then how cults work, where it's like you do something that deviates from the norm and they say,
Yeah, that's how weebs are.
you say weebs?
Yeah, that's exactly how they act.
Yep. Unfortunately.
Y'all,
You told me
please-
you don't read manga.
Please tell me y'all don't care about the subject of people. I hate to say it that way.
No.
Did you ever read what happened in chapter 27 of?
No, I haven't. I'll wait until it comes on film. I'm not reading Japanese in black and white. Or right to...
Or
I'm not reading it backwards. No.
Or
okay.
at all.
Look.
We don't read.
Look again. Okay, yo, by the way, I'm going to join with audio, okay? I'm just going to join with that audio. But the camera's going on.
You can keep a camera on yourself and we can switch angles out. And I can cut them so then, like, whenever you say something, I can cut it to your version, but make sure you hit record.
Okay, so do you want the camera to be towards here or towards my
Like,
face?
to face you.
Okay.
So that way, whenever you're not, whenever you are talking, like I said, I can just cut to the camera that is already on you.
Alright, if there was a second desk right here, that'd be perfect, but gotta not, so it's...
We all wouldn't be in frame though.
Okay. But yeah, I was saying, listen, if you're... Let me see.
Eddie Professor was out 1996. That's great.
96
Can y'all hear me?
Oh. That was you.
Yeah. It's recording. Yeah, I'm hitting record. Please ask permission to give you permission to record.
Actually, more. Oh, I'll record. Okay, cool. What happens? Zoom is pretty smart. I'm gonna give it up to them. These niggas know how to make a goddamn video chat app.
Yeah.
Alright, so yeah, so here we go. We are recording. Okay, so the camera on my end is turning on now. Alright.
Hey, adjust that angle some, so that you don't look like a fucking plebeian.
Like I said, if I had a desk, that would be great, but...
I'll suggest your lighting. Actually, yeah, fuck it. Who cares?
What, just leave it down here?
I mean, I would still tilt it up so that you can. Can you join from your phone? Can you record from your phone?
Yeah, I could. Leave. Folks, Crips Blood, when it gets...
I think this one is still
Join the Wi-Fi.
going. But what the fuck were you talking about?
Now, first, we're talking about Disney and the grips it has on the
Oh, yeah.
culture in America and how that's also good and also a fork. We can talk about the after effects of that for a bit. At least our opinion on that stuff.
Well, let's just talk about Disney World for a second.
Actually, let's start with that.
Aren't we gonna do?
So yeah, the only way that I think that it'll work if we had our own like desk set up, like the cameras on everybody.
But then we'd have to have 3 individual desks. How will we make? I mean, I guess we could do that.
That will come with money and time, but let's do a video for right now. It had to be, through Zoom on both ends. Which I'm fine with doing a video.
Well,
I'm fine with this to do it.
if we had a set, what would it look like?
Well, it depends on how much the brand grows.
I mean,
Let's say if we had a desk,
but let's just say money was no issue.
if money was an issue, we could.
Why not we go back to that studio that we already did recording in? I know friends who did podcasts up there as well.
I mean, yeah, but that's not a set. That's not like a physical thing. When you design a set, I mean, think about like a late night talk show.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just think about something like that.
Okay. Yeah,
or
but-
just any set, any movie set, you know. That a studio is good for the physical recording aspects of it, in the sense of like, you know, technically getting it done because it has all the equipment there, but it doesn't aesthetically look good. It
I
looks
can
like
see-
a computer room.
I could see having like a room where, not say the walls are black, but yeah, let's say a darker black, darker gray walls
So
with
black.
some designs on there. Of course, I could see all of us sitting around a desk. It doesn't matter if it's a circular desk, square, round, with a microphone set up with microphones.
You know
attached
what
to
would
the
be
table.
a fucking
And like
dope
laptops.
ass setup would be the Clark setup, because we would all have our own individual desk and we could just
Move around. Whatever.
yeah.
That was.
You really think they're gonna let us back into Clark?
No, we could just assign something that looks like that.
Like it's like a regular, I guess, room.
I wish we could
projector.
go back though, honestly.
Honestly,
Unless you let their alumni go up and do their go into their studios.
If
too.
there was a COVID time, we definitely could go in there and say, yeah, we're gonna rent this room out.
Yeah, actually, they do allow you to rent out rooms.
Wesleyan,
Yeah.
If there was a COVID time, we would.
like
probably
we have to
do it.
pay for it though.
Yeah.
Nah, biscuits.
Now, granted, I'm not that pressed to use that room
But
just
it's
for
a good
that.
setup. Like you said, that's actually a great idea. But like it depends upon if you want the static to be, you know, like I said, a central point or free flowing. Because Clark is like a free flowing type environment.
Yeah.
Kind of roll around, just
Do whatever.
It's-
All the juices flow.
yeah. Like walk around like, see, this is the reason why we need to talk about this as you pace back and forth.
But you know, that brings us right into our topic. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Victory Clique podcast.
Oh my god.
It's the Prince of Rhodes here. Our buddy Myles is back.
Hey, how's it going?
Introduce yourself.
What be your boy Myles B? Follow me on GoopBoy96 on Instagram and Snapchat.
And it's our boy Tony Tone Man right here. You're gonna introduce yourself.
I'm Tony Tone, man, like what this man said.
Okay.
God,
The
really
fuck?
the aggression.
That's
Good lord.
what I'm saying. Anyways, what were we just talking about? The set. Oh, in Disney World.
How that shit is set up.
So what did you say earlier about your Disney experience?
Well, I've gone twice in my life. One time when I was maybe 5 or 6 years old, and the other time when I was around 11 and 12 with two friends. The first time I went, it was just magical. You're a child, hang around all your favorite characters, Goofy, Mickey, whoever the hell you like. Can't remember all of them. But the last time I went, it was very fun to go with.
I mean,
those
they own
rollers.
all of them, so.
I mean,
Exactly.
but like the last time I went, we had fun going on the roller coasters. But I do remember one specific thing is how expensive the food was, even as a child. Like I remember it was like 5 of us going, me, my 2 friends, my grandmother and her friend at that time, and we just got simple hot dogs and French fries from a vending spot, and the total bill was like $100-something.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm not even trying to exaggerate. It was like maybe the hot dog, a drink, and something else was
Y'all
like
didn't pack
$20 for
sandwiches?
each
Do that?
person.
They don't allow outside food, do they? You didn't
They
try to
don't.
sneak no sandwiches, no
You gotta be
Dorito.
slick with it, man. You gotta be.
They don't.
You didn't pull no goddamn cheeseburger out of her titty.
They don't allow for like any wiggle room because of food or beverage for that reason. Because that's how they make them. That's pretty much I think how they make most of their money is through
Yeah.
concessions.
That's how movie theaters make their money. I mean, that's how a lot of places make money.
Yeah.
People, that's called having a captive audience. And that brings me to my thing about Disney, right? I went to Disney, I want to say 3 times. Once when I was like really, really small to the point where I actually don't really remember it all that well. I was only like 2 or 3 years old. And I forget, there was a comedian that made a joke about that where it's like you can't just put your kid in the closet until they turn 18 and start remembering shit. But a Disney World trip to somebody that young is kind of wasted because, I mean...
You don't really remember much, you know?
I mean, yeah. Now, granted, to a kid, it's probably a fun idea and all that stuff, but I mean, if you're not going to keep it in your memory, then it's really for your parents then, I guess, at that point.
Honestly.
But once, when I was really young, one time for my sister for her birthday, but she was also pretty young herself. She was like 7, 5, 7, some young ass age like that. And then once when I was a freshman in high school, We were in a church group, and we had worked up all year to save up enough money to go. But by the time we had gone the last time around, we were a little older, and it really was not as magical as, you know, all the commercials would make you believe, I guess. There really was like nothing to do there for anybody my age, and we were all just kind of walking around bored. I remember we went there. I gave them like, I forgot, I was buying like a funnel cake or something. I gave the guy the money, and he gave me back like coins. He's like, these are dollar coins. Save on to these. And my mom was like, did he just give you back Disney coins in exchange for real money?
So they're out here just handing out tokens and shit as if that their coins is valuable to
it's
it.
like Monopoly money, basically.
Well, and that's why I wanted to get into this topic, because we were just talking about designing a set, right? When Walt Disney designed Disneyland, basically in California, it was basically any other amusement park. When he sat down to design DisneyWorld, he literally bought, I want to say like 20,000 square acres of land, so that he could literally control everything that was around it. Disney basically made a small government. You know, they have, what's it called? They have like the retirement homes and stuff out there.
Hold on, talking about they have Disney retirement homes?
Yeah.
Hold on, you mean, no.
No, Disney has a lot of stuff out there.
I gotta look that up, audience.
They even have their own university there.
Yeah.
A Disney University?
Yeah, and most of the people that live around Disney
home.
are employed by them. Disney basically has a contract with the Florida state government where they are basically, they have a charter.
They
Disney,
they basically have a colony.
The Disney Golden Oak. Oh, that's a real thing.
Yeah.
Oh, it's more than just that. They have, look up Disney retirement communities.
Oh my god.
They have multiple
And like
communities.
literally, there's literally a whole university for like if you're trying to be one of the cast,
Yeah.
if you're trying to be one of the people in the mascot costumes.
The thing
you
is,
go to school
those
for
houses are wanted so bad. The property values on those houses are really high. People like literally apply to get there. They have to work in the community. When it was pitched to them, it was like a job making thing. Disney basically has a charter with the state of Florida. Disney has its own city. That's how they operate.
Yeah,
They should literally call it Toontown.
Toontown.
They should call it Cult City.
Look, what you just said is actually pretty, not to say disturbing.
No, it is disturbing.
Yeah, let's say disturbing. For that, I'm gonna go that far because you're saying that a company, I'm gonna call it a company.
No, a company
created to entertain people, let alone entertain children, has been able to convince grown adults to be able to say, "Hey, come into my company's retirement home, but you gotta work for
But
me.
that's not
You
where
gotta
it
stay in our
ends,
community."
though. The fact of the matter is that it's not just the retirement homes. It's all the property in Epcot, all the property around all of the Disney World parks, like the one where it's all natural and stuff too. Those houses are all owned by Disney. Those are all their own projects. People have pilgrimages to Disney World, but people also will sell the houses that they're living in so that they can live on these Disney World parks. I mean, they are, a lot of people retire there, but the people who are not retired that are living there, it's a company town.
So I just looked up the cost of a week's worth at the Walt Disney World Resorts. This is just a regular World Resort.
It's $10,000, isn't it?
So what?
It's $10,000.
Oh my god, not that much.
I want to say it's what, 400 a night?
400, Jesus.
Yeah, around 400 something a night. So far they say the total cost on average like around $2,223 for a week. I'm saying just for a week. And the activities are around $50 a day or $350 a week.
The
and
thing is,
3 day
like
passes,
a salary right there, basically.
and 3 day Disney passes, just 3 days, is $1,500.
3 days.
$1,500.
$1,500. Oh my god.
Now again,
that's a whole semi right there.
That's basically.
we can. This is just nuts. It also doesn't help the fact that Disney also has a monopoly on media and what we see in
Yeah.
films and television.
Yeah.
Because they can basically just build a new town and say, you like Marvel? That's what they did. They did that whole, with the Star Wars people. They gave them
And for
their
Toy
own.
Story, they had a whole Toy Story amusement portion.
Now,
Well,
is
There,
Toy
that
Story
exists.
Pixar?
Yes.
But Pixar is owned by Disney.
Yeah.
I forgot this short.
But I was gonna say it's not even to that extent, because the thing is, for the Star Wars fans, they literally just build a fake Star Wars world where you go in there and it's like, it's as if you were kind of like the Harry Potter world where it's
At
like
Universal.
yeah, where you just walk
Speaking
there.
of that, I'm telling y'all now, give it 10 more years, Disney's gonna buy Universal Studios.
I don't know if they would be legally allowed,
Why?
because like Tony was just
Monopoly?
yes.
Yeah, because the U.S. government, they're starting to step in with a lot of these tech and media companies saying,
Yeah,
y'all have way
starting
too
to
much
step
money."
Like the
No, I
Verizon
mean-
and AT&T, like they
In my-
wanted to merge, but they were like, nah, fam.
In my opinion, they should have. That's one example. Like my opinion, they should have started 10 years ago saying, this might get a little bit.
Well, they really started back in the 30s because they already have broken up the movie companies before. The thing is, movie companies used to own the theaters
Yeah.
and the production houses, which meant if you wanted to go see a movie, kind of like if what's a movie that's out right now? I don't want to timestamp this. What's out?
Geez, what
The new
movie?
Justice, this Zack Schneider.
And
the Zack
I'm
Snyder.
glad you took
Yeah,
that
Zack
there.
Snyder.
If you want to go watch the Justice League Zack Snyder cut, let's say it was out in theaters. There was a long time ago where if the movie companies were operating the way that they used to, that would mean that Warner Brothers not only owns the production company to make Justice League, but they also own the movie theaters to see Justice League, which means you can't see Justice League unless you pay to go to their theater. What does that sound a lot like now?
A monopoly
Well,
or a
that
cult?
An evil corporation.
Or
I was
a
going to
cult?
say streaming. If you don't have
Oh,
Disney
Netflix,
Plus,
I know what you're talking about.
if you don't have
Disney
HBO
Plus,
Max,
if you don't have a Hulu,
you just not watching that shit.
Exactly.
Well, yeah, we started to see that the past 2 years because just think about the amount of regular cable providers that now have their own streaming services. Even the Discovery Plus, that's with HGTV, TLC, the Discovery Channel. Now they have a streaming service on there for crying
like
out loud.
honestly, at this point, like cable's gonna be gone in like 5 years. Like I don't think I think Cox, Files, Direct TV, all of them are just gonna be.
It depends on how they move, because I feel like a
Unless
lot
they
of them.
join like Disney, like what Files is with Disney. That's the thing.
Yeah, they are.
So
but that's what I'm
Hey,
saying.
Disney own
Dang,
Verizon?
man. Yeah.
They
They're in
probably have a
partnership, yeah.
look up the.
Like if you have the Files
shareholders.
box, then
Okay,
you
just-
might have
Just
I wouldn't be
one-
surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if Bob Iger had some shares in
Just
Verizon.
just one more thing. Does Disney own Warner Brothers?
No.
That's their rival.
Listen. I'm just
There's
asking
6
to make
media
sure,
companies.
because last
Hold on.
year.
Is this 6 or is this 6?
No, 2 years ago.
6. Peep my certified lover boy merch.
Oh my god.
Again,
Get it off the website.
I'm only asking that because 3 years ago I would have said Disney would never buy Fox. Fox would never give in.
That is true. They did.
I
There's
said
only
that.
6 big media companies, and Disney bought one of them.
Yeah, already did. That's what I'm saying. Like that's massive.
Literally, that's why they had the Thanos meme saying, "1 down, 5 to go."
Yeah, hold on. So what you say to look up? I'm not gonna
Oh,
do that.
to see if Disney has any stake in Verizon or any other major service. Oh, but to your point of them going out of business, I was gonna say it depends on how that goes, because T-Mobile and stuff like that,
Shit.
they're buying partnerships with Netflix and stuff like that. I wouldn't be surprised
Yeah,
if
like, isn't it like if you buy a new phone, you get like a Netflix? No, if you get on their service, you get like Netflix for a full year, right?
you get Netflix for free. For Verizon, if you get
You get like
you get Disney Plus
and
for
Hulu.
Yes, so
Yeah.
Disney Plus has.
but that's because
partnership.
Disney owns Hulu. So
Disney does own
because Fox owned Hulu.
Hulu. I really can't get away
Yeah,
from
Disney's
from
just
Disney at all.
the mouse is coming for everybody at
Yeah,
this point.
corporate overlords.
That's what I was trying to discuss because just Disney is one of the American pillars.
Oh,
of
yeah.
culture.
Okay, so yeah,
Of the American culture. It is one of the pillars.
we're trying to take Myles to Disney World
I've never
next year
been.
because he's never been at all.
I'm trying to go for my birthday, so
Why do you want to go?
I've never been. Like, and y'all already know I'm like a huge Disney fanatic. Like, literally, throughout all my college years, y'all see me bust into random song and dance.
Yep.
We always make fun of it saying I got Disney syndrome. Like, I just like
Yep.
I've been so like.
Would you like to give our audience some impressions?
He's
Oh
very
my
good.
gosh! Like my best Disney impression is
Take my
Goofy.
seat. Take my seat.
So literally, it's like, gorge, fellers. Woo! Yeah! And it's just, I don't know, like Disney was what had me like really involved in wanting to get within voice acting, and I really like enjoyed it so much. And I don't know, it's like it has that special feeling towards me. It's like me and my brother will bond over that so much throughout our lives. And like even one of my favorite games, Kingdom Hearts, was is part of Disney. So it's just like Disney has been there throughout all the time.
Kingdom
Like,
Hearts is really part of Disney?
Yes.
Oh man.
It's
I'm
not-
stressed. Listen, I'm starting to get stressed, man. I know they own that shit.
I still get sad whenever I hear that theme song. I don't know why. That
what,
shit just
Simple and
makes me-
Clean?
No, well, no. Yeah, no. Is it Simple and Clean?
When you walk
Yes,
up. Yes,
that
that's
one.
Simple and
That
Clean.
shit gets me so emotional for
Yes.
no reason.
When you hear that,
Oh, baby, don't go.
simple and clean is the way that you make me feel tonight.
We're gonna get copyrighted.
Yeah, you get copyrighted so fast.
Yeah.
Disney is gonna be on our asses.
Yeah.
And they're gonna reject our application to live in, what's it called? Disney Oaks. They were like, I'll be damned you take your black ass over here.
Well, you know,
We're gonna see your
Oh,
ticket
God.
when we try to check in.
Again,
No.
Sir.
You know my main, speaking of Disney, my main fear is that aside from them buying everything else out, I'm telling y'all, they're gonna buy either Sega or Nintendo. Look, because you remember Wreck-It Ralph?
No, well, Disney has touched video games, but they have not fully invested in it yet.
I'm telling you, they're gonna
But
do it.
Nintendo is the closest thing to family-friendly video game content.
Sega
And
too.
Nintendo operates on the same strategy of if you don't have the Nintendo product, you just
can't
won't
play
play
it.
Mario.
Exactly.
But how would that with Mario and Mickey Mouse?
I mean, how's it look having Cloud
And
Strike with Mickey
Pikachu.
Mouse?
They would have if they buy
They would have
Nintendo, they would
Pikachu,
also
they would have
have
Pikachu, Mario. They would have everything that Nintendo has.
Disney will
possessed.
own the world at that point. Because if you
they
get
would own
Nintendo,
children's media.
basically,
That's actually what they own. Yeah, actually, that is a part of the reason why I have an issue with Disney, because I've noticed that. Listen, I'm a fan of Disney films. Make no mistake.
closer.
I have watched. I watched plenty of their films throughout my entire life. The issue I have is, as a child,
Why are you
it's so-
apologizing for that though?
I'm apologizing
'Cause he knows
I'm
the
about to
mouse
talk-
is watching
Because I'm about to
them.
talk some mad shit now.
Okay.
Oh, Lord.
Get your shit off.
I have noticed that, and this is real quick, Disney sells fantasies to kids. And again, since you're a child, yeah, use your imagination, be a kid. But when you're a grown person seeing these same fantasies over and over again,
switch
I-
out.
I
Your
used
turn.
to-
Your turn. Yeah, your turn. pal.
yeah, I kind of tell this to the grown audiences to tell them this.
Use that mic right there, but looking at that.
Yeah.
Oh, you can
Again.
have a lot of backbeat because my mic on the whole time. Oh, you need
We should have did a sound check, but we're here now.
Look,
Why
again,
is this warm, by the way? Tell me,
Man, I
fucking
can sit there, man. I have
Jesus.
listen. I have a soft ass. All right, leave me alone. You need to edit this out. All right,
Why- oh, we'll see.
you edit that out.
Y'all are gonna make me fucking sit the editing thing. Oh, 2
But
minutes
look.
and 22 seconds.
Look at this. So what I was saying earlier was there's nothing wrong with selling a fantasy to kids because they're kids. You know, let me kids have fun. We're selling the same fantasies to grown people and people still believe in that shit. You know, it fucks with people's minds, and people simply make their own realities where, oh, I'm a Disney princess, or you know, oh, I'm a king of this, and this. I deserve the whole entire world, or the world revolves around me. Or there's somebody perfect that is coming to save my life, or I'm gonna come and save somebody's life, or save somebody.
Well,
That's not how life works.
but even in terms of their parks, they always brand it as. Let me hop in the hotspot.
Oh, sure.
Back to our original position.
Yeah. But they brand the whole parks as the most magical place on earth, and to a child, I mean, even like on face value, we might not think, oh well, that's obviously bullshit, right? But the thing is that they are just meticulously trying to build their own world. They call that blue ocean strategy, where it's like you have to come to this ocean or you have to come to this island because whatever you're looking for is not on that island. And that in and of itself, by having these characters and stuff like that, by, you know, getting Marvel and getting all these things, they're going to build an audience doing that. But the fact that they're basically trying to plant seeds of their brand in our brains from when we were children, we really don't have any defense against that. We'll just kind of, it'll brainwash us.
Because
So-
really, I'll tell you what, because really, You remember yesterday and we talked about cancel culture?
Oh,
If cancel culture really took it to what they aspire to be, they would cancel everything that was Disney.
Can you cancel Disney though?
yes, you can.
How?
Literally, if you look at the old school stuff from like a lot of blackface, I guess you wouldn't cancel it, but you would take it out and be like, no.
But do they have the power to? Is what I'm
Of
saying.
course
Because
they do.
Disney is pulling this themselves in their own campaigns. But I'm saying if Disney made a bad decision today, could we cancel the entire Disney franchise?
No,
because
then
they
you-
own almost. No, what were you gonna say?
I was just saying, because if you're trying to cancel Disney, then that's also Star Wars, that's also Marvel, that's like everything on like Disney Plus.
But the thing is that Walt Disney was a very vocal anti-Semite. And
no,
are we
remember
just-
the Family Guy episode
There were
when
so
he was
many
sleeping
jokes.
in his ice chamber? He was like, "Are the Jews gone?" He's like, "No, put me back." I was like, "Come
That's,
on, man."
like, there were so many jokes about that, and as a child, I wondered, Walt Disney was not that bad, was he? And my parents were like,
The thing is that people just don't care because
It
people,
was our childhood,
it's,
yeah.
it's Disney. Nostalgia is very powerful.
and that's why I'm asking you, why is it that you feel like it is like an American pilgrimage to get your family together, take that road trip to Disney World?
I'm going to Disneyland. You guys-
Basically.
That had to be the most brilliant marketing in the world.
After the Super Bowl, I forgot which quarterback it was. I don't know if it was Joe Montana. I'll look it up.
I think it was Joe Mama.
Don't get smacked on a podcast.
Uh,
It was someone. It was somebody that just had it.
But no,
think
I
it was after the
understand.
Super Bowl.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, it's just.
But you have all the eyes in the world on you in this moment, and you go, "I'm going to Disney World."
Or Disneyland. They're like, oh yeah, we're all gonna go with him. We're
Yeah.
just gonna embody.
You got the
Victory.
whole world cheering you on, and then you say, "I'm going to Disney World," and you're like, "Yeah, let's go to Disney World." That's got it. How much did they pay him to say that?
I don't know.
Millions.
Yeah.
I'm gonna-
Billions and billions and
Look it up and see which quarterback it was, just to kind of get some.
You just
fact
gotta look up.
information.
I'm going to Disneyland.
But yeah, they're literally in a weird way. No company has been so successful in making their brand religious in that way that
Joe
they
Montana.
can demand Joe Montana.
Yeah.
That they can
Stop.
demand a pilgrimage to their holy land. Walt Disney literally tried to design a world where it was just Disney. He just had his own Disney branded world. And I know that sounds,
Evil.
I'm not gonna say evil, it sounds redundant like does Disney World. What did you expect? But the fact of the matter is that
Oh my god.
I forgot what video it was I watched, but the other day there was this thing about Disney, and it said something like, have you ever gone there and just seen how creepy it is? How there's almost like no remnants of
Racism.
race.
Oh.
Yeah, that's exactly racism. There's no anti. What?
I'm telling y'all this right now. You don't see like the Dumbo rides. You don't see the crows anymore. Cause you know why? They were Jim Crows.
Yeah.
You know, I just found some pretty interesting information. So I know we just said the Super Bowl, but they literally, it was a whole entire marketing ploy by Disney to have people on a high stage. It could be athletes, people graduating, like giving speeches or getting awards, whoever it is,
Oh my god.
airing this starting in 1987. And it wasn't Joe Montana, I'm sorry, he was one of them. But it turns out they said the first person to say it was Phil Simms,
There's
who
a
played
whole
for the
list for that?
Giants.
Mm.
Yes, I'm talking about even people to this day. I'm talking about quarterbacks,
Dang.
Miss America, World Series winners, NBA
Wait,
Finals.
wait. A supermodel wanted to go to Disney World.
Well, she didn't want to
American
go. She
Idol?
was paid to say
that.
people.
Okay, so she just as soon as she got her award, she just went back
Yes.
to her church.
Well, she
People-
probably got a free trip to Disney World
I
too.
know. Yo, it gets worse. American Idol winners have said it. Santa Claus said it one year. And last but not least, this year apparently Tom Brady has said it, and they're still
Oh,
saying
yeah.
it to this day.
Tom Brady is America's mascot for the NFL.
Sadly,
Unfortunately, he's like
Yeah.
40 now, right? Isn't he still like?
he's 40. He's 44. He's still playing.
Good lord, man.
Sorry to interrupt, but I just want to let you know that it goes even deeper than that. This
No.
was a
That's
marketing
exactly
ploy.
what I'm talking about. The fact that they have kind of infiltrated every square inch of American culture. Disney can't be canceled.
Nope.
Hell,
I would like to stop for one moment.
sure. Ready for a drink.
to thank our sponsors from Starbucks,
Oh my God.
who are not really our sponsors and have nothing to do with this video or our opinions on Disney.
But hey,
Blur it out,
Starbucks,
man. You better blur
if
it
you want
out.
to sponsor us, we'll definitely advertise your
I'm gonna have to
drinks.
bleep their names out.
Yes, please.
Maybe don't call them
Buck
Starbucks.
Star, then by all means.
Call them
Buck
America's
Star.
Coffee Shop.
Magenta drink. This shit is so watered down. What the fuck?
I'm glad you say Starbucks. Oh my God.
I mean,
You
you just said it.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
We'll just edit
it's
it out.
Buck Stars, you fool. Come on.
Could you imagine if you said they gonna sponsor this? Shit, tastes water. What the fuck? Oh yeah.
I'm going to Disney World. No, I'm never going to Disney World. That shit is crazy, man.
But no, but yeah, like that's how let's say capitalism works. You know, you want to be able to make as much money as you can, so you promote to people's emotions. There's a reason why when you see commercials on your television, there's always some emotional event. Like let's take a car commercial for example.
Oh,
like
Lord.
to the audience, I'm a car guy. When you look at car commercials nowadays for like SUVs, it's always a guy or some person in their family in the safety equipment, and it's like
I mean, with the automatic stop,
stop,
motion?
yeah, stop braking and everything. It's like versus them saying, "Hey, here's something that will save your life."
And it's
we're showing
either
the whole
that
story.
or some redneck driving a Ford Chevy or any of those fancy trucks just going to the mountains for some reason with a dog.
See, and
And you hear one of them country songs.
But that's the thing. The human brain is hardwired to better receive information through storytelling. So do you feel like, I don't know. I mean, because you can't say Disney can't tell a story.
Oh
no, they can
no,
tell a
no,
story.
Look,
Yeah.
look, make no mistake. Like I said before, they make probably the best films out there because they can afford to get all the writers to do whatever they want to do.
Not
So they
the
can create great
best,
stuff.
but most entertaining.
Well, my thing is, though, is that I'm not talking about in that aspect. I meant in terms of letting them set a narrative for kids. Like,
I see what you're saying.
yeah, because they're, at the end of the day, their profit. I meant their motive is profit, not making the world a better place or making people more happy. What is Disney's brand?
Making
Disney's
wishes
brand
come
is
true.
Isn't it actually? Let's look up this slogan real quick.
I mean, literally, there's a whole song.
I mean,
by
but a
Disney.
brand is not a slogan, and it's not a tagline. It's like the unique feeling that people get in their minds.
It's apparently they sell.
It's magic.
It's magical. That's what they sell. The most magical place on earth is what they literally said. The most magical place, which means that they're saying that anything you want, anything that you dreamed of, or
It's
any
Disney
scenario,
magic. It's literally another
it's
reality.
here. It's like, oh, we see stars. And
There's something
See,
magical
Disney
about
has, Disney has the reality stuff.
And we see
There
a
you
dog
go.
named Goofy. Yuck, just
First
say
of all,
hi
it's
to me.
not yuck. Get it right now.
Oh, come on, man. It sounds
Yeah,
like
that-
he got something back of his throat.
I think that's kind of the point. He's a country.
You sound like Pusha Tony.
No offense. Don't hurt me.
Please do. Just please do. Edit this out.
Oh, I mean, I think it's a good enough stopping point, anyways. Anything you guys want to end off on?
Continue watching us three do some random and very awkward stuff, and continue supporting the Victory Clique.
Oh, link us at the Victory Clique podcast. Oh, where are you guys going after this?
I'm going to bed.
Nigga, I'm not going to Disneyland. Now, and they paid me enough, I might say, I might consider going to Disney World. I might go ahead and do that.
We're going to Disney. That should be the second name of this one. This one should be called "We're Going to Disney World."
Yeah, because
All right, well, let's say it on three, right? Ready?
Like-
1, 2, 3.
I'm not saying that shit.
Come on, man. Don't kill the buzz. Man. Don't kill the vibe.
Are you actually want to say it?
Yes.
I thought you were
Why you
saying
gotta
it.
kill the vibe, man? Come on.
All right, you ready?
Do it. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3. I'm going to Disneyland.
Oh,
Whoa!
shit, man.
JT, you suck.
I didn't know we were saying world or land.
Me
I
either.
said
You
world.
say land, okay? We're gonna do this again. Ready? 1, 2, 3. We're going to Disneyland.
I'm cutting this. I'm cutting this off.